what are some of the documentation requirements? What records do boat owners that have boats in a charter business need to prove this business use?
So great question. And nobody ever asks that. They just say, well, just buy it, in an LLC and you're good. Number one, you need an effective business plan. You have to have something to compare your original thought 6 months later. Let me give you a great example. When I put my 53, I put a crew on my 53 Power Cat and I parked her over in the USVI, United States Virgin Islands. And I had a business plan. Of course I did. Well, 6 months later, I looked at the business plan and I compared it to my original projections. And I was not making the money I was supposed to make. So I added diving. I bought some dive tanks and I bought a compressor and I started advertising different ways and suddenly the revenue came up. So one of the documents that we provide our clients is a 35-page business plan that's updated every 6 months.
That's
And
good.
that's just common sense. There's another document that we call a checklist. Whenever you set foot on your yacht, then you need to think, hey, has the oil been changed? What's going on with the diesel filters? Band tightness maybe on the belt on the gen, especially water maker filters, all those kinds of things. So a lot of our clients are pilots. And so we don't leave that to chance. We have a checklist and you check it off. And then at the end of the meeting, you have the gentleman that you've been working with sign that document. And then we can take that document to the IRS and say, hey, this wasn't a vacation. This
Yeah.
was a maintenance trip.
And this proves his active participation in the actual charter business and the on everyday work.
It does. Real quick, funny story. My favorite story about that. I was retained by a very large firm up in San Francisco some time back. This gentleman had a massive crude yacht. And the IRS said, well, you're not managing it. The crew is managing it. So they hired us to step in and I looked over all the documentation. So I got the lady on the phone. She was very difficult. And she said, what are you going to tell me, Mr. Worley, that's going to change my mind from a fact that this crew does everything? So there is no material participation here. I said, ma'am, we can agree that the crew is managing the yacht. She said, yes, that's what I'm saying. I said, who's managing the crew? And so again, material participation, yes, Amanda, to your good point that yes, if you're on the boat and you're looking at oil filters, you're looking at, the amount of oil that's in the transmission, exactly. Now you're materially participating. And again, whether it's GI, what we call guaranteed income, whatever, as long as you're managing the managers that are supposed to be managing, then you're materially participating. By the way, your travel back and forth, obviously included. Time on the vessel, of course, again, that also included.